Well, welcome everybody to Coyote Curling Club. This is the Championship Sunday. This is a culmination of 3 or 4 days of some great play by some college athletes from around the country. We've actually had a few teams from Colorado State, Wisconsin, University of Denver, a few descend down. Descend here to Arizona, where it's a balmy 83 degrees today. Back home, where a lot of these folks lives, it's just +2. So on the mic today, doing the color commentary is Daryl Horseman, joined in the booth by Deb Aubrey. We're going to be bringing you all the shots, all of the hits, all of the misses, and we're going to try to give you a great game. Our feature matchup is actually going to be Colorado State going up against the University of Denver. So it's really kind of a north and south sort of curling civil battle, if you will. We can go through the order. Throwing lead for Colorado State is Ross Flaxman. At second is Chris Rochlow. At third is Josh Payoff, and throwing the skip rocks is Brendan Polo. Over on the University of Denver rink, the leading us off will be Thomas Barr. Second is Catherine Barrett. Vice is going to be Auntie Havia. And on skip, it's Sylvia Barnes. So we'll be giving you a lot of insider knowledge. We went and did a lot of homework prior to the game, Deb Aubrey and I. And we're going to be bringing you only the inside scoop that we can deliver. So here we go. Rocks away. Looks like nerves are... right out of the gate, that one doesn't make the hog, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, that's going to...
not for lack of trying.
Not for the lack of trying, for sure.
A lot of sweeping going on. And so it looks like Colorado State has hammer. University of Denver through the first rock. Now we have the second rock coming down the sheet.
Yeah, Colorado State is throwing the yellow stones. And University of Denver going to be throwing the red rock. Absolutely. So we'll actually be seeing, how these younger curlers set up. Typically most strategy, you see the box, the box setup. You got one in the house, one as a guard, then you got one in the house in a corner guard. We'll see what these younger curlers do. With so much curling out there on the internet, a lot of these, folks who are, in their 20s are so much more knowledgeable about curling than maybe you and I were back in the day growing up. Just kind of learning from whoever taught you, I suppose. So. Yeah,
we don't have any rocks in play yet, so trying to figure out the first end. Both teams are trying to figure out how fast the ice is and how it's curling. So first 3 rocks have been either short or long. So we'll see how this 4th rock comes in.
Let's see here. University of Denver is coming into this game with a record of 3-3.
There looks like a rock nicely in play, sitting just above the tee.
Colorado State, holy smokes, coming in with a record of 5-1. So the University of Denver must have got in probably on head-to-head.
On head-to-head,
Yeah,
and then maybe LSD.
Yeah.
So Auntie, who is throwing 3rd for University of Denver, has her first rock asked to do a freeze and comes up just a touch short.
This might be a tale of who can figure out the speed and the curl on this sheet fastest, huh?
For the first end,
For
yeah.
the first end, yeah. Looks like they're going for an early split the house here for Colorado State, which is a good strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad little shot there. Gets to the top 12, splits the house, gives University of Denver something to think about.
It looks like they're going to draw down to the shot rock.
Yeah, and I think
stick with their original strategy, give Auntie a second chance.
Yeah, great shot by Catherine. I think she's very excited about that. I think on this sheet we'd have to give Catherine the best pants award. Certainly the most colorful.
I think that's Auntie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Auntie.
Yeah. Very nice. That's a great shot.
Well, that one's not light. That one's going to find the back of the house. This is going to give University of Denver a little bit of opportunity to maybe potentially throw maybe a back weight, backboard bump and try to bump that yellow out. What do you think about that, Deb? Would you do that or just try to guard up? Because looks like yellow is shot.
Yeah.
Well, this is an aggressive call. So she's looking to call the come around.
Yeah, I think she was trying to tap that red back a little, but it looks like it hit the guard on its way. The weight was pretty nice. It just, if they had managed to get around the guard, it probably would have done exactly what she wanted.
So yellow, Colorado State is shot rock right now. They would probably looking to throw up a guard here. Looks like he's calling edge of 8.
Mm-hmm. Kind of lock in their shot rock and then go for a skip's deuce there.
Yeah. looks like Sylvia in the back's doing a little bit of jumping jacks
to warm up, maybe.
Yeah. Good guard, sets it in the number 2 position. This would leave a outturn board weight bump on that red-yellow combination. Looks that's what she's looking at. Not a bad delivery. Looks like it's curling quickly. They're going to want to hold this for line. See if Auntie can hold those out. Looks like it's over curling. It looks like Colorado State's looking to just better their position, see if they can draw one around. Looks like he's going to come up a little light. This is now going to leave University of Denver with probably that in-turn. Is probably now to do that in-turn hit.
They're close enough together that the red should hit the yellow out, but stick around itself. So could end up with University of Denver with three in the rings.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a lot of ice. We'll have to really see her weight selection. But that ice there, Deb, what do you think? They're doing maybe an easy control 10-5 or?
That looks like a 10 to me, I think.
10 a little quicker?
A little more, yeah.
So
I think the sheets are curling. The ice is curling a little bit more.
Yeah, that one looks like she floated it out just a little bit. Good rotation.
And if it's a little down, that's okay. If you're, if you throw it a little wide, but you're a little light.
Yeah. They should be kind of going for line here.
Yeah.
Might not be able to get around that guard.
No, it looks like they just tipped it.
Yeah. Well, that's why they give you 2 rocks in curling.
You get a curling mulligan.
Yeah, like in golf, they call that a breakfast ball when you mess up your first shot. So again, yellow is still shot here. They don't necessarily need to be too aggressive, but it does look like they are trying to maybe get one in top 4, top button, maybe score 2.
Yeah. This is Skip's first rock.
Yeah, this is Brendan Polo. I wonder if he's a relation to the other Polo, who's a pretty good curler.
Mm-hmm.
We do have 2 other games going on. The bronze game, and there's 3 events, so events 2 and 3 are playing as well. So when we get a break in our action, we'll go around the rings and give you an update as to the other scores. It looks like every other sheet wants to win the prize of most rocks in play. It looks like we've got very crowded houses on B and C, or sorry, B and D.
Sure does, yeah. Just looking at it now. Oh, there looks like a nice throw.
Well swept, well thrown rocks. So yellow is laying 2 right now. Fist bumps all the way around.
Nicely buried underneath that top guard.
Yes. Yeah. She's gonna have to walk a little quicker to get to the other end. I think they are playing with the time clock, so we'll have to watch the time. On University of Denver come the later ends. So hopefully she's taking a little bit more ice. She can afford to do a little in off here, maybe catch that red just on the thick third. Doesn't look any faster. You should probably be sweeping this for line and weight. Let's go a little line and weight.
Yeah, I think she doesn't have those guards to contend with.
No.
However, she might just miss it if it curls on by. Oh, it looks more like a draw weight than a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think just unfortunately just missed that and crashed on one of the guards. So this is going to potentially leave a
draw for 3.
Yeah. And here, do you think you would try the out turn and kind of bounce off that red, Deb, or what do you just come straight in?
I think looking at the rocks, I think I'd try to come straight on in. Because if you're a touch heavy, you can tap your yellow into that back red, right?
Yeah.
So, just depends on how the ice is swinging.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it looks like they heard you. It looks like they're going to do the in-turn, come through that port. And for those who are new to curling, ports, any sort of 2 rock combination you have outside the house that you're trying to get a rock to go through, kind of like kicking a field goal in football. So they're trying to go through that port, miss that red guard on the left, miss the red guard on the right, or the yellow guard on the right, and come on through. Yeah, big shot. If this taking a 3 in the first end, statistically is pretty tough to come back from. You got a lot of curling to play,
Still
but
have 7 ends to go.
Mhm.
Yep.
yeah, you'll have to. This doesn't look heavy.
No, the sweepers jump on it right away.
Yeah, they're dragging it as far as they can. Yeah, the skip knows.
Yep, they're yelling at him. Keep going. Yeah, it just curled at the weight. Probably wasn't that bad. It
No.
just, yeah, ticked that guard. It didn't move it a lot.
Just need another couple feet. Yeah,
So I'd say Denver got out of a tough spot there,
They
just giving
did.
up 2.
they did. Yeah. Yeah, and now the first end's over. They can kind of, like Taylor Swift says, shake it off and start again. Yeah. The other sheets are resetting and getting ready for the second end, so we'll give you the scores here once they get posted.
So in the other 2 games, we have a bronze medal game that's going on D. So that is the 3rd and 4th place overall. And then the sheet B is the out of region finals.
Mm.
So those are teams that are not in the West region from a organizational perspective,
Gotcha.
but they come down here and they curl in the Bonspiel and they earn points. And when they finish high, they earn more points.
Oh, that's great.
And that helps them as they're going into the national championship.
And it looks like we do have University of Minnesota going against the University of Wisconsin/Madison. That's over on sheet B.
Should be B, yeah.
And on sheet D, we've got Denver University going up against another Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, sorry, Stevens Point. Yeah, Stevens Point.
Stevens Point.
Yeah,
Okay.
great little club up there as well. And so on sheet B, University of Minnesota did take an early 2-0 lead, and they're playing in the second. And on sheet D, University of Stevens Point took 3 in the first end, and they're playing the second now as well.
Started out hot there.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Colorado State, I think they probably called a center guard there and it over curled a bit. And University of Denver called to come under, but ended up with a center guard. And now we've got
The placing of the rock, because of the 5 rock rule.
And I think that was a no tick, actually, that one. They ticked that because that red was center guard and they ticked it off, so it violated the no tick rule, which means the skipper has the option of leaving the rocks alone or removing the offending rock from play and replacing their center guard. So sometimes it's good to have a guard on the center.
Absolutely. Yeah, so they're going to try to come around. Taking a lot of ice. I don't know if maybe he set that out a little inadvertently.
Might have set it out just a touch, but again, I think the last one curled so much they might have also been a little worried about ticking that guard again.
And that did come in for quite a bit.
It did. Another 6 feet. It might have been buried under there.
Okay. So while we're waiting for Colorado State here to throw a rock, we'll give you a little bit of inside scoop here. University of Denver, the Red Rock team, their lead, Thomas Barr. He's the founding father of the DU Triangle fraternity.
Oh,
That's something you don't hear every day. He's a big fan of blacksmiths and metalworks. I guess he's in mechanical engineering back in Maryland. He likes to play the guitar. And wow, he almost died in his senior year because he was flung off the back of a car. Well, I'm glad that didn't work out badly because we're glad he's here and curling.
and curling for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But the DU Triangle fraternity, if that doesn't get you access to a lot of the inside stuff over there in Maryland, I don't know what does. All right, so here's anti-throw, comes around that guard.
Oh, very nice.
Great shot. Sticks around. How good is that?
Yeah.
Gets guarded by that yellow.
Yep. Rolls under and buried under that yellow corner guard.
It looks like Colorado's going to try to replace that rock. Try to come through that port on the right side. The skip thinks he's a little outside to the right, and that's maybe posited by that trailing foot kind of hanging out there. But
I think it might have been trying to hit that, pick off that rock that's behind that corner guard.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that was a nice miss.
yeah. You know, normally we score shots out of 4. You probably have to give that a 3 with an asterisk.
Absolutely, yeah. Because it had a great outcome.
Right. Right. Yeah. So it's interesting here that the skippers, you know, Sylvia's calling the chase. You know, you may be inclined to maybe split that center line red, get it out of your way.
Get it out of the way, right?
Yeah.
So that you can have a more clear shot at that.
In worst case, you run it back onto that yellow.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a little exuberant. There we go.
Yeah. The team with hammer doesn't want those guards up there,
No.
especially a guard with the other color.
Right.
So,
You know, it looks like Colorado's saying, you know, it'd be nice to put another one top 4, but if you're light, that's okay. You know, probably 3 or 4 years ago, the big buzzword around the curling sheets was tolerance. You know, we want this, but we'll live with that. You know, some coaches and some teams have sort of stepped away from that, thinking that it gives you too much of a variable. What do you think, Deb? Are you a fan?
it depends on the shot, right? What I like to do is basically, if I call a guard, it's like, all right, I want a guard, but if you slip into the rings a little bit, it's okay. But make sure you're in the top house.
Right.
And don't throw your guard into the back 8.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a good time and a bad time to slide into the ring.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So it looks like she is indicating an outturn, potential raise of that red rock just off the center line.
Yep, onto the yellow.
This has got some pace to it. You have to curl this over quite a bit.
And if it just clears that red guard, that's also a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, not quite.
Yeah.
Almost. Looks like it just missed by an inch.
Just an inch, yeah. It's unfortunate, if not for the lack of trying. This is going to give Colorado State another opportunity. And again, if Denver's just worried about clearing guards, they can't be thinking about scoring. So, yeah, if you have any questions in the chat, go ahead and drop them in. We're monitoring the chats, and we'll answer any questions. Or if you have any shout outs or even more incriminating information about the 8 players on the sheet, let us know. So it's curling quite nice. Comes around that top guard. Excellent. Looks like it's going to end up shot 3, just a little deep.
Yep, just a little deep.
Again, yeah, I think Sylvia's going to have to make a plan on those reds out front. Maybe do an intern something on them.
Yeah, she just needs to get that Mainly get one of those guards out of the way so she has a better shot at that yellow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they cleared the guards. This is going to be rinse and repeat for Colorado State. Yeah, I've been really impressed. Being here yesterday and today, the vibe in the warm room has been just great. These curlers have come together, and they're all 20 something, right? They're get to wear their shorts and they don't have to, they can put their parkas away for the weekend. And it's been really great to sort of see that curling camaraderie so strong at this level. And for these newer curlers, I'm sure there's some curling clubs that could use maybe just a dash more of whatever they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been
There's a
really
lot
great
of
to see
warm
that.
room skipping going on, which is always entertaining.
Absolutely.
It's always easier to skip on the warm side of the glass.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think our record's probably pretty close. I've never lost a game from the warm room.
Not ever. That was a beautiful draw.
Yeah, right on the
Yeah,
pin.
yeah.
Yeah. Looks like the skipper's going to be asked to go down and maybe do something like a back eight, back line. Because certainly draw.
You'd get a little tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could draw to it and maybe use it as a setup shot, and then so on her next one she could maybe punch it out. But probably if she did that, they would leave a guard, Colorado. So probably the time's now being down two. She's got really nothing set up. She has shot three, but again, I think she would have to do an intern, you know, control weight shot and kind of maybe run back one of those reds to try to really force the deuce, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Some fun facts about Sylvia. She was on Italian news. She's a number one Survivor fan, and she claims she's going to do everything possible to be on a future season. She's been to a Monster Jam twice, and it looks like that's something she loves and she'll continue to do. And that unfortunately doesn't stick around, goes through. And then this is an interesting fact. I don't know if I would be testing anything that Sylvia brought me as far as food or drink, but she's going to be a murderer in a mock trial in a few weeks. And in quote, she says, "I didn't do it." Well, that's what they all say, right?
Exactly.
Well, good luck to Sylvia next week in your trial. All right, so we've got Colorado State trying to keep the pressure on, trying to do an out-turn draw. He just threw this rock a minute ago. It's the same line. Looks like the weight's relatively the same. Unfortunately, it does go by. It just misses the shot rock. Back 12. All right, Sylvia. Do you take the opportunity now to do an in-turn hit on those reds? It looks like she's sticking with the out-turn draw / tap. We just saw she just missed her last shot, so maybe she can recalibrate. And this is right
And
now.
she's taking a bit less ice, so it looks like she might be trying to maybe come down and nose that yellow on the button.
Yeah. This one looks like it needs to come over a mile. They should be calling line or curl on this. Here it comes. It's trying to get there. Will it get there in time,
Looks
though?
like pretty close. needs to curl a bit.
Great shot. Does make contact. Unfortunately, it is going to be another steal of
Did just,
two.
yep, didn't quite get to the nose to
No.
push it out a bit.
Yeah, so that's twice Colorado State's picked their pocket. They're going to have to make sure they got their wallet when they leave this game. So it's going to be imperative now, I suppose, for University of Denver to throw up a good corner guard and really kind of get their deuce before this game gets too far out of hand.
So they do have a clock running on the sheet, but what Andy McDonald, who's the organizer of this event, told me is that it's more to give them the experience. So they're not going to be penalized if they run out of time.
Oh.
It's just that when the college players are playing in these Bonspiels, they're usually not timed. But then when they go to that national event, they are. So having that experience of seeing the clock and watching it running is, part of what I think we may be the only Bonspiel that does that.
Oh.
Just to give them a little bit of a taste of what they're going to experience when they get to nationals.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. And it looks like we've got a DU fan in the chat there. Thanks, Hannah, for contributing. Yeah, Catherine is playing in her final collegiate Bonspiel, all the way from Western Mass. Well, that's great. That's great. I'm sure she's enjoying the experience. All right, seeing Colorado State throw up the centerline guard. This one slipped in just a little bit, which is no big deal. University of Denver is going to throw up a corner guard. And typically, you'd want to have this on the right side of the rings, because we see as we're looking at it, looking the long way, with that rock being on the left side of center, it'd be easier to throw a corner guard, kind of right where Sylvia had her broom. Looks like she's indicating now they're going to come around. Well, so change of pace. They are going to play a little aggressive here. They are going to come in the house on the first rock, and that typically indicates to me, I don't know about you, Deb, but indicates that we are going for 5 points this end, because we want to play just a doubles game, put all the rocks in the house.
Put them all in the house.
And then try to reshuffle the deck on the skip's first or second stone.
You think that's a 5-point game?
Well, it can be.
It can be if you're not careful.
Yeah. Certainly
Agreed.
4. So that's not all entirely bad. It does make it tough to score multiple points, at least making it for sure to score multiple points if you don't have a corner guard somewhere in play. But freezing up to that yellow potentially gives you a second point later on. But I would be worried right now if Colorado State looping around, because that staggered guard, that staggered situation typically takes 2 shots to get rid of. So here we go. The outturn looks like it's going to be a pretty good shot. It's going to be exposed, potentially leaving University of Denver a hit and roll here. Yeah, here we go.
Just didn't quite tuck under. No. Now Denver has an opportunity to.
Yeah, a little hit and roll. Hopefully we get a little 10-5. You can be even a little bit. You can roll either way.
Yes.
But rolling a foot to Sylvia's right would be excellent. Shots away. Looks like they're sweeping it for a line.
I think they're just shepherding it, I think.
Good word.
Yeah. It looks like they just missed. Ticked it just a little bit more. So it's just a little further under than it was a minute ago.
You got to give it to Colorado State. They're being pretty aggressive here. The skip called that to be a top 12, top 8 to be shot 2.
Right.
talk about kind of keeping the pressure on, right?
Right. Hmm.
Because if you were a conservative player, you'd maybe throw a guard and kind of play that game and be
Yes.
happy to steal one. But yeah, with this kind of a
But
play, you think Colorado State's got a flight to catch.
they're up by 4, so they can afford to
Yeah,
take some risk here.
yeah,
Put more rocks in play. Kind of challenge
yeah,
Denver.
yeah. So it looks like they just ran a little bit deep. It is going to give a situation where you can either again play the hit and roll. You're going to want to probably get those yellows out of the 4-foot, 8-foot area to potentially bring in that 8 or that rock you got on the 12-foot. But let's see. It looks like she is calling the outturn hit, small bump. This looks a little wide. They're calling it for a curl now, which is good.
This is
Ante?
Catherine.
Oh, Catherine.
No, this is Catherine. This is their second. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Catherine says she knows the flags of all the countries, and she's the president of the curling club and the yoga club there at the University of Denver.
Wow.
And even though she's an art major, she's actually a finance boss.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. That was not on my bingo card.
No.
But how many flags do you think you know?
I know the U.S. I can pick that one out of a crowd.
If I was on a game show and for $100, I could maybe do 4. But I don't know if she knows all of the flags. Because how many countries are there? There's a couple hundred, right?
Yeah. And
my goodness.
You start getting into Africa where they're very small countries.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's another one. So yeah, it looks like Colorado's just putting it all in the house and really, really challenging Denver to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, you got kind of that sinking feeling a little bit, when you're kind of missing a couple, they haven't missed by much. Then the other team just sort of keeps lobbing him in. You're like, stop it,
Yep.
Yeah.
But this looks like a nice shot.
Great shot. Maybe sweep it over just a little bit more. Kind of edge on edge, kind of that rocks.
Right.
They're going to want to hit on the low side to kind of punch that out.
Yeah, if they hit it on the high side, which is the broom side, as you're looking at it, it would actually knock the yellow out. So they want to try to keep that from happening.
Yeah.
Although up by 4,
yeah,
it's not the end of the world as long as you get rid of that red rock.
No, for sure. So this one was flicked out and probably good. They need to go for line because it might jam on that back yellow because this looks like it's coming down hard now. He got the job done.
Got rid of the red, and I don't know if that yellow back there is biting, but...
Yeah, but now you got a situation where you can't get to the shot rock because of that staggered guard, and I hate to say we called it early on.
Yeah.
But now she may want to just do a little... board weight, unlock that red yellow, maybe keep the original red sitting there, roll the shooter, top 8, top 12, and give you something to do next time. This one looks a little tight on the line.
If they manage to actually get in there and move the guards around a little bit, that would be a good plan B on this. Yeah, so that was a good plan B.
Absolutely, yep.
Open it up a little bit.
Yeah, shooter doesn't like it, but hopefully he looks back at this video tomorrow or on Monday and realize it's a good result, like you said, Deb.
Yeah.
So if you're Colorado State, you throw up a guard here. Worst case, you freeze to the pile of yellows there.
And that's Auntie Javier, who's I think we talked about earlier, or maybe not. He's from Finland.
Oh, well, I guess that would make sense with the ANTTI spelling.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it you who've got the Finnish friend or somebody's?
No.
Well.
And he's a sophomore at the University of Denver, studying art history and philosophy.
Oof. What an interesting guy to talk to, right?
Especially, he says he's had about 6 or 7 concussions, so that That would make it even more interesting.
Oh, wow. This one looks like it's over curling. I'd probably sweep it for line because you don't want to hit that red guard again. They're sweeping this the best they can. Are they going to get?
Well, it
They're going
looks
to
good.
sweep
I think
by.
they got it by.
Great shot.
Excellent. Rolled over and on top of the yellow, kept it in the rings, and now that red has a lot of backing. So
Yeah, that's potentially their second point.
Colorado State probably doesn't want to touch that red rock.
No, but it looks like they're again keeping the pressure on. They're going to outturn draw, come down to probably freeze it top four. The skip is going down. We can give you some facts about Brendan here. Looks like he's in his second year PhD. He, this might be part of his thesis, but he enjoys curling to a questionable degree. That's kind of an interesting. But he's the skip, and then he thinks he could take Gritty in a fight. And if you don't know who Gritty is the Philadelphia Flyers mascot. So yeah, he certainly has the best hair here. Like, I haven't seen a ponytail that long since I went to a Metallica concert. That's good. He does throw a good rock, though, for somebody who questionably likes curling. He's pretty good at it.
Has a nice slide, nice delivery. Yeah. Looks like he's going to do a little in off that red. It just got put.
That's
Just ticked it just a touch.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot, though. You've got to now. You've got to make a play on that. You have to freeze to that shot rock. Hitting it out right now is probably not ideal.
Right.
But freeze, and then you might get away with two here. This is always a kind of a long walk back to the.
It is.
Back to that.
Looks like she's going to try to hit those yellows. So maybe try to get two or three of those yellow rocks moving, and hopefully not touch her red in that process.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to keep that shooter around.
Yes.
Hate for her to kind of hit that shot too a little too thick and kind of roll out.
Right.
And maybe spin up to the 8-foot, but woof.
Looks like it might be a little wide.
Yeah, it's got enough spin. Is the in off there?
Might be, if it could get to the.
It's trying.
It's trying. No.
No.
Yeah, a little bit of sweep for curl might have pulled it on over a little bit.
Yeah. We'll give you an update here. Looks like on sheet B, University of Minnesota, Madison going up in Minnesota. Minnesota answered with a deuce in the second, so it's now 2-2 in the third. And on sheet D, Denver against Stevens Point. Denver University did score 1 in the second, so it's now 3-1 for Stevens Point and in the third. So a couple close games on B and D. Sweeping a little bit for curl. What we didn't get, from our intel, is the collective curling age of this team.
Experience.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like
Collective experience.
We're talking.
How many years have they been playing?
Yeah, and if Sylvia's in her last one, is that 3 years of curling, or is it 4? Yeah. So they come up with a little bit late with a guard there, which isn't the end of the world if you're Colorado State. But now, if you are Sylvia, you got two options here, I suppose. One which I think would be the better one, is just to raise that top red rock that's been here since we started, raise it to the pot, and try to get your 1 with an intern draw.
Yeah.
But it looks like she's trying to shoot the port and stick. That is a aggressive shot.
That's aggressive, and that's a tough shot. So
It
she
is.
makes it. Kudos, right?
Yeah. Like
Yes,
Catherine's
when I'm
trying to
watching
get
my
that.
opponents call a shot like that and they make it, that's like, well, I think they deserved it.
Yeah, it's got half a chance. It's coming over quite well. Catherine,
Look at that.
never a doubt.
Nice.
Look at that.
Excellent.
Yeah. Nerves of steel. Nerves of steel. That's a good end. Yeah, it's gets the 1.
Gets them on the board and helps now maybe turn the momentum around a little bit.
Yeah. I do find it interesting that a number of curlers out here are using step-on sliders.
Yes. Well, they're kind of heavy to pack in your luggage.
I suppose you're right, yeah.
And last thing you want is to have your shoes lost
Fair.
by the airline. There may be a number of club rooms out there too. I haven't really noticed.
Yeah. And there's... Thank you, Joseph, for joining. Yeah, nerves of steel for sure. Well, Mr. Man, go to you and KB in the house. Oh, I see. Thank you. Yeah, the list we have is so Catherine is in the house.
Oh, Catherine's in
Not
the
Sylvia.
house.
So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, we got the order must have been changed prior to the game. So yeah, thank you for letting us know, Joseph. Certainly want to give the right credit where the right credit is due.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she's calling top 12, out turn in the house. We would love that not to be in the house.
Right.
Right.
When you're down by 3, you like your guards.
Yeah.
Because what they're looking for here is to steal.
Yes. Yeah, and if you're Colorado State, you're up. You've got the hammer. You're up by 3. It's in the 4th end. Well, for sure, if you're CU, you're going to want to score here, even if it's 1, right?
Exactly. Just score your 1.
Yeah. This one slides into the house.
A little bit deeper than she wanted.
Yeah. Back 4, and again, we'll now we're going to see the prowess of the Colorado State and see how they're hitting.
See how their lead Ross Flaxman throws here. Yeah.
You know, I heard the guys talking about this yesterday. It says here Ross Flaxman can eat 120 chicken nuggets.
In an hour?
In an hour, yeah. All the guys were kind of taking bets yesterday as to how many could you do? How many could you do? 120 seems a lot. How many could you do?
Probably 1. And I'd be choking it down.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's going to
overcurled a little. Got the job done, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, got it on out. So Ross is a 3rd-year PhD student, and he's from Connecticut. So there's an attempt to say he's a Connecticut or a Connectician.
Oh, sure.
And I actually lived in Connecticut. I got my degree from University of Connecticut, and then worked there for a few years.
Oh,
so
wow.
I lived had my stint in Connecticut.
That's great. I never come across a lot of people who are from Connecticut or have done anything there. Like they kind of, from my vantage point, they're from there. They stay around that area. They don't venture.
Yeah, we moved in and also moved out. Yeah, we moved there with my dad, and then I moved away for when I got my first job.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So this one's a little wide. They probably want that a little closer to the center, but
yeah.
Colorado State saying, yeah, we're going to go just completely around that, and I've.
So
I just won the intern there.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. So this one doesn't look light. The looks like the sweepers are just kind of walking the dog there. Oh, they've said yep. They've determined it's got enough pepper to go out the back door, so
They're just going to let it go.
there you go. Now let's see if we can get one on the old center line. KB. There's no point going around that guard. Calling it in again with the out turn draw to the 8-foot, 12-foot. Again, while you still got the 5 rock, well, I guess the 5 rock rules over after this rock, so hitting's available, but still, put out a guard, try to get Colorado State to jam, and then use their guard against them, or leave it as a guard, hope they flash, and then you loop around. This is going to make it a little tougher.
Sticks around.
It does stick around. Must be keening up quite a bit. I didn't bring a stopwatch on, but
no.
Let's see if we can get us a timer here.
So Denver's second is Chris Rochlow. He's a 4th-year PhD student from Worcester, Massachusetts.
Is that how you say it? Don't you Worcester? Worcester. There's a way to say that, right? There's a way to say that.
If I were from Massachusetts, I could say it right. And it looks like there's been some editorializing amongst the team because it also says that Chris is old. And the front end for Colorado State is trying to unionize. So Chris is part of the front end union for Colorado State.
Oh, wow.
And he collects video games, retro video games, and Converse.
Oh.
Which I guess is Converse as in
the shoe.
Shoe.
Yeah, the shoe, yeah. We all checked. Yeah. That's funny. The unionizing the front end. The curling. Some folks thinks it's there's some teams, right, where it's in a autocracy, and then there's some where it's just completely by committee,
right?
And it's there's got to be obviously some sort of middle ground there for sure,
right?
Or else the game's going to take 5 hours. All right, so we got the intern.
Well, this looks like a nice shot. See if they can get in there biting top 12 and start whittling down the draw path for Colorado State. Challenging Colorado State now to make some hits.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just the biggest difference, just putting a little bit of a pressure, on the other team to make some shots and get some misses. Ooh.
How about that?
How about that? Let's see if we can. Whoop. And
nope, looks like they're just gonna get it.
again, clears the guard, so be nice if they stuck around, but again, being up as many as they are, they just want to keep that 4-foot path open for a simple draw of the button. And the skip's last. So KB looks like she's trying to, this one here, as long as it's potentially in front of that shot rock at the back, to maybe put on the universe, a jam potential.
And if it overcurls and comes under that corner they have there, that's also a good outcome.
Yeah. The sweepers don't mind it. Looks like it's a little.
They're coaching the rock to slow down a little.
Just a little fast, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
And it looks like Colorado State is going to take advantage of that corner.
Kind of a shift in gears because they were trying to stay away from that a couple shots ago, but
yes, yeah.
This one too doesn't look like it's light.
I think this is the Third's first rock, so this is Josh Payoff. Apparently he has a mild tummy ache today.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I always found if I'm a little under the weather, I played better.
Oh, do you? Because you maybe you focus more.
Yeah, it's just like, let's get this done. I want to go back to bed. Yeah, yeah,
That was a nice rock coming down to the back red.
yeah. I
They
think
tapped
there's,
that red. Well,
yeah,
yeah, tapped it. Looks like they tapped it out just a touch.
yeah. So they're sitting one. Yeah.
You think that one over on the left side of the sheet is biter?
Ooh.
Hard to tell.
Yeah, from this angle, it looks like it's probably biting just a little bit more than that red.
Yeah.
I'll have to see what happens here. Looks like this might be a good correction. The supers are going pretty hard at it. Remember Thomas here, he threw it through the last time, so he's made the correction. Great shot. Yeah, sticks around the back. High fives, absolutely. Yeah. And they do have a little bit of a...
That's honky.
I'll get it right. Sorry, that was
auntie.
that was auntie who just threw. Golly.
Now we know why having names on the back of your jacket is a really great innovation.
Yeah, yeah. All I know, the only thing I know about my front end is that they're called carve and line.
Well, there was a nice little chip that guy out.
Yeah, yeah.
But yellow's still sitting shot in the back of the rings.
Yeah.
Gives you a lot of room.
And again, they're going to want to probably utilize sort of, they got a little bit of a massing of rocks at that back right situation. So see if they can probably want this just touching the forefoot to be maybe more in line with that yellow red at the back. Because last time Colorado State was able to chip it out through the back.
Right.
It'd be nice if you can jam and stick around a little bit.
Right. I think for Colorado, being a little closer to the center might also be good, so that the roll, if there's a hit and a roll, it kind of leaves the rock around for them to do something with. Doesn't have to roll quite as far. Now that's over curling a bit on them. For this is Denver, yeah.
Interesting acoustic. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. So a lot of the DU curlers are new, so the step-on sliders are a great way to compete on a budget. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's a great point. You know, acoustic. There is we do have a club member here who is bringing up a junior curler, and with the growth spurt that his son has, he's buying shoes. Seems like every 6 months because the feet are just growing. So yeah, it's a great point. I didn't consider that, acoustic. Thank you.
That was a great shot by Auntie coming under. You still see a little bit of that shot, that rock, but. And Brendan, the skip, is signaling he's going to throw kind of a board weight shot hit at it.
And there might be some jam potentials there of those rocks that are just nibbling the outside. We have a update here on sheet D. Looks like Stevens points. They took 3 in the third, so they're now leading 6-1 after 4. And on sheet B, another 3 posts up on the board. So now University of Wisconsin-Madison is leading 5-2 over Minnesota, and they are also in the fourth as well. So there's the break we were looking for. That one inadvertently didn't catch anything in the house. So what would be great now is what? A top 12, top 8? If
you're Denver, you want to lock in your shot. So it'd be nice to put something that's like top 12, I think, over there on the corner to lock up your...
Yeah, because the steel's in play now, and if you could go, top 12, so that if Colorado hits you, they're not shot. That'd be great.
Right.
You don't want to go deep here, and certainly it looks like Colorado doesn't mind hitting, so you don't want to set up a double.
Right.
Lots to think about.
And if you're more in the center, you're starting to choke down Colorado's ability to get to the button. So Main thing is for this to be top house. Nope.
That's not horrible. Back
Nope.
four.
Back four. They have to hit it, so kind of challenge. I'll challenge Colorado here to make that hit.
Yeah,
Stick around.
he's not calling a lot of ice, so that depending on his weight, like if he's going to throw a normal 9-second, 9.5-second shot,
Yeah.
that should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
If he throws board, potentially he might miss it. Yeah,
He might miss it. Might hit the edge 2 corner and roll out.
Whoop. Yeah. And you do. And again, if he hits a nose, there's a good chance that it kind of jams on the back. So this one looks a little wide based on his trajectory. Looks like they're calling it for curl. Line. Must be close.
Nursing it along there.
Yeah.
What a great shot. And gets his one.
There you go. Yeah. Well done. I love how he pops up and kind of goes, "Ole!" kind of like this. That's great. Well, I should take us to a kind of a brief fourth end break, I would imagine. You're going to have a kind of a reset, bit of a chit chat. Talk about what do you talk about in your fourth end break, Deb? You're a competitive curler?
Generally, we're talking about what we're going to do the next end. You know, looking at the score, looking at, talking about the other team, what their strengths are, and what are we going to do in our next end. Do we want to play aggressive? Do we want to play defensive? Put up a guard, come in the house.
So you look at it from from an end to an end to an end. You don't look at it as the first half and the second half.
No, not really. Once we get into like I would say the sixth end, then we start looking at, okay, now we're at the end game. What do we need to shift in our strategy?
Got it.
We're going to take riskier shots to try to, put more pressure and put more rocks in play. What do we want to do just in that for the last 2 or 3 ends?
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
A lot of times when you come out of that fourth end break, everybody's had a chance to relax, and it's like, okay, let's keep our focus, because sometimes teams end up giving up a lot out of the fourth after that break.
Oh yeah, well I think a lot of curlers forget that when they run the mop up and down,
it gets faster.
Yeah, it's like almost a 2/10 of a second faster right out of the gate.
Yes.
So it's 5-1 for Colorado State. They slid in the house. I really hope KB throws a guard.
Yeah, she's down by 4, so she needs to get herself set up for trying to get a deuce there.
Yeah, it looks like she's calling the freeze, I think, is what she was.
That's very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
This one looks a little snug to the line on the release. If it ends up being a corner, you're not going to hear us in the booth be upset about that.
Looks like it's slipping in and just going past slipped in, but
it's interesting that Colorado's saying, we're going to leave it there. We're not going to. This would be a great opportunity then to do a little 12-second board, hit and roll. They're saying, you know what? We're in the driver's seat right now. We're going to put another wind in here.
Well, and Colorado doesn't have hammer here. So in order for them to steal, they need those guards. And Denver's guard is as good as theirs. So this is helping cement a steal in for Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I was talking to Sylvia, and I guess at their university, they play on the hockey ice there because it's cheaper than actually going to, a curling rink nearby. And unfortunately, the ice is so heavy that they actually start at the hog line.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So it's actually quite
Quite
quite smaller,
shorter.
shorter rink. Yeah. Yeah. So she appreciates being in, at a, let's say, normal curling club, if you will, that has regular size sheets, because then you get to say, oh, this is how it's really supposed to be. That's a good result.
Yes.
We've got a bit of a corner guard in the making there. If we get a nice hit and roll. Now they're going for the hit. Looks like Inikati wants a bumper by hitting his belt. Oh, now he wants hack, or else he's doing the hokey pokey. I'm not sure.
That's not much ice for a hack.
No.
So he must be wanting to roll under the corner. Although they've been playing these sheets more than I have this weekend, so they may know something better than I know about it.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of weight, but enough to just to get it out the
Jiggle
back
things
door.
around, yeah.
Yeah. That's a cheeky little shot.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice here to see a little hit and roll. We need to kind of clear out one of those, either shot one, shot two, and then roll behind that guard.
Right, because
Would be
those
great.
rocks are your problem right now because they're taking away your access to the 4 foot. So
Right.
you need to get something moving out.
There's sweeping for line, trying to hold it up. You can, as long as you hit one of those yellows. Looks like you're going to get that top one. Don't be too thin.
No, I think. No, not gonna stick around. But
Yeah.
looks like they got a
Got the double.
Double,
That's the
yeah.
first double we've seen so
Yeah.
far. So if we had ears out in the worm, we would probably hear some cowbells going off.
Yeah, exactly.
With the good shots. Yeah, the bananas talking. Yeah.
This is Chris Rochelow's last rock.
Okay.
Then we get to the thirds.
Well, I guess, yeah, he is wearing the... Oh, there we go. Thank you, Bridge. Shout out Joey Burns Arena, home of the iconic arena ice DU uses for practice. Yeah. Yeah, any practice is good practice. You know, we spent a lot of years on hockey ice as well before we got this facility. And so we worked really well with the ZAM drivers and the rink facility to try to make it as good as we can. And I'm not sure what happens at the Joey Burns Arena, but we only had 10 minutes, 12 minutes to set up the whole thing. So we had to pull all the rocks out of a fridge. We had to pebble. We had to freeze the hacks in. It was quite the process. Yeah.
Yeah, that was before my time. I didn't get to
Oh,
experience.
you kids miss it. You missed it. That was the life.
Oh, there was a nice hit.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
by
making some
Sylvia
good shots.
there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like they've got their feet under them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that Red's in a situation. Ooh, so we are calling the intern, which is good, because if he was going the outturn, that
Oh,
so
now
the
it's going
jam
out
is there.
then.
The
Yeah.
jam is there. Yeah,
Looks like got a little wide of the line, a little wide of the broom. They're working it, trying to work it back in.
looks like it's gonna zip on by.
Yeah, that rock's really.
It's got some pace to it.
Yeah, he's not didn't want to move at all.
No,
Yeah,
maybe that
interesting.
extra
They
setting
found
it just
Yep.
kept on that line. So
Yep.
here we go. Big shot coming up. Guard. No. What's that?
I think that is a guard.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure that's enough ice, but we will hope. And even at this point, if it slides in back 8, we would take that. But this looks like the weight's close. Can they get it over the hog line, though? Come on, Auntie. Hurry. High fives. There you go. Not on our watch, they're saying. No hog rocks here.
Excellent.
Good job. That's an excellent shot. Let's see what CU does.
It was a
CU's
great scrub by the front end.
Yeah.
So this is Josh Payoff again. So
Okay.
This Colorado State team has 3 PhD students, and he is the token undergrad on the team, studying exercise science.
Ooh, that's good. Exercise science. Yeah, be a gym teacher, translate into physio, maybe.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, that was nice. Clear that guard out of the way.
Yeah, let's throw that again. Come on, KB, let's do another guard. You got to do at least 2 more guards and then come around for your. Yes, 1000% agree.
So the rules of this Bonspiel are that they have to play 6 ends. So
Okay.
regardless of the score, you have to play 6 ends, which is not true of all of the Bonspiels.
Fair, yeah, no, that's fair. And and I wonder even if this, I'm not saying this is out of hand totally yet, but if Denver doesn't quite get their deuce, they've traveled a long way, they don't get this opportunity all the time.
Hang around and throw some rocks on the ice, because we have better than average ice, I think.
Yeah, agreed. We got another shout out to Thomas Barr, watching up from Maryland. Go DU. DU Pios. That's good. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah.
So they're taking the intern, trying to make an intern hit on that red. Most curlers, their intern is far more reliable than their outturn. So
agreed. Yeah, they don't do the old chicken wing.
Exactly. Yeah. So even though here you might look at the outturn because of those guards, but they've elected to take that intern.
Looks like the line is good.
The line looked great, yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, nice hit.
I appreciate them hitting and sticking. It's going to give Denver the opportunity to hit and stick as well. I would probably like to see the outturn.
See if you can come across it a little bit, roll under your staggered guards.
Yeah, and worst case, you maybe get the double out that yellow at the back so your top red comes into play. Maybe that's how you get your deuce out of it. Well, looks like all the Thomas Barr fans are in the house.
It does.
Yeah, woo-woo. Thank you, Lisa.
Oh. Says this, we have a comment saying Sylvia is skip.
I'm so confused right now.
I am too. I think maybe when they were talking about Catherine being in the house, they didn't literally mean in the house.
Oh.
We're taking things,
okay. Very literally?
Yeah, we're taking things literally.
This looks like a good shot.
So give Catherine a minute and Catherine is in the house. There she is. And Sylvia is skipping.
Good.
We appreciate the comments.
Yeah. Thanks for keeping us honest. Yeah,
yes.
It's so we'd be okay with a hit and roll. If you're Colorado State, you really want to sort of get half buried under those red staggered, and kind of force DU to draw the pin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I make that comment knowing the fan section is all DU here
I know.
in the chat. So yeah. That's also the beauty of curling, right? You want to celebrate good shots regardless of who throws them.
Who makes them.
Yeah. Looks like a good rock. Looks like they're trying to get for a little bit of curl.
There it's going. See if they can get that little roll up. It's like they're just going to get a nose touch. rolled just a couple inches there.
There you go. But I would entertain the out turn to try to get that yellow at the back out. Of course, right now getting one is
The top
primary
priority.
top
Yes.
priority. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Big shot from the skipper here. It's important we get the one. Calling pretty good ice if you were trying to throw a control weight, a 10-5 or even kind of board up.
Yeah, the most important thing is to stick around, right?
Does it have the pace though?
I think it has. I think the weight is good. Just maybe threw it out just a touch, but they're working it. See if they can get that rock. Make some contact. Oh, looks like she did it.
Perfect.
Really good. Excellent.
Yeah, never a doubt. So that's going to take us to 5-2 after 5. Go around the rings and see if we have some more. We do have some more updates. The Wisconsin-Madison rink on sheet B is still leading 5-4. It does look like University of Minnesota, took 2 in the 4th. So it's 5-4 after 4. And on sheet D, no updates yet. It's still holding at 6-2, and they're playing in the 5th. And between every end, most Bonspiels or competitive events give you a 1-minute debrief. We start talking about kind of what you mentioned earlier, Deb, as far as what went well, what do we need to change, strategy going forward, get everybody on the same page. Be really good for Denver to maybe
Steal.
Yeah, steal 2 would be really good. Just a big emotion swing, right? Because it does look like DU, or the Colorado State guys, their hubris has maybe subsided just a little bit. Yeah.
There's a note in the chat saying Brendan is a curling beast, which might explain the taking on the Philadelphia Flyers gritty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just a person to be reckoned with.
Yes.
On all levels, yeah. So that's a sneaky shot that could come into play. While we'd want that to be a guard, it's
Yes.
Everybody sort of thinks, oh, that's just a throwaway shot. It's back 12. How could that hurt me? Well, let's watch 7 rocks from now
and see if it's still there.
Right.
Yeah. Colorado's electing to ignore it.
Yeah.
No, it looks like he actually is looking to freeze down to it. It's the way where he's positioned.
Might over curl. Most players when they that's probably a miss, but a good result.
Right.
But yeah, most players, kind of just sight their shot in to be T-line.
Right.
And then, trying to freeze that back 12, you don't quite realize you got to give it a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit extra broom, a little bit extra push out of the hack.
Just need another 6 feet.
Yeah. Isn't that the famous last words?
Yes.
Just, all I got to do is hit the pin, or all I got to do is hit the 8 foot, and either chunk it or you send it sailing. All right. This one seems quick. Sweepers are
sweeping it a little bit for line.
Yeah, again, they're trying to freeze down to it.
And if they tap it out, that's not the worst thing.
No, not bad.
It's a very nice rock right there.
Yeah,
nice shot.
I do find it an interesting, with most newer curlers, the freeze statistically is the toughest shot in curling, bar none.
Yeah.
The but yet it is such a go-to
Mm-hmm.
shot for a lot of curlers. I find that
Mm-hmm.
really interesting. You know, it's pretty when they're made, though.
It
Like
is.
at the higher level, when you see them just lock it on, you're like, oh, that's so good. Okay.
Looks like they're going to trying to hit. It looks like they're going to miss that, but get the back one.
Well, not a bad miss, I guess.
Now you're sitting two, or Colorado's sitting two now in the back. And
Yeah,
again, we'll see in another 4 or 5 rocks how many of those are still around.
absolutely. Yeah, those 12-foot rocks, add up. They've been the bane of my existence early on, where you look around and there's, I say give up 6 in an end because you got this. In Alberta, they're called flobs, which is lousy outside biter. I can't say on.
Oh.
Let's say freaking. I guess freaking lousy outside biters. Yeah. Yeah. Good shot. Good shot. There's enough jam potential there. You're gonna want to probably do the intern hit and roll.
See if they can roll over in front of that back red.
Mm-hmm. Try to get
So
that in
there's
play.
some jamming.
Yeah.
Get some backing onto their yellow rock. Oh, just just missed. Over curled just a touch.
Well, this is the opening you want. If you're Denver, throw up a guard. You got your lane 1 and 2. You need to
Yes.
steal at least 1.
Right.
Throw a nice, 3 guard. That's not in the house.
You don't need to worry about your rock
No.
in that back 8 because it's not,
No.
if it counts in the end, that's great.
Yeah.
But if Colorado were to hit that rock, it wouldn't help their position at all. That guard looks like it's over curling a bit.
Just a bit, yeah. A little tight on the release.
Yeah. It was really good weight, though.
Yeah, it's perfect. If that was a foot to the right.
Yeah.
But, it's, as they say in curling, it's not a miss if the other team doesn't make their next shot.
Exactly.
So hopefully Colorado whistles this one through and gives Denver another opportunity to throw up a guard. Looks like he wants a little bit more aggressive here. Looks like he's calling for the double the way he was indicating with his brush. So yeah, you want to hit this just a hair high. And if you're Denver, you're hoping it jams at the back. Kind of sticks around. This one's over curling.
That might actually be a good thing if they hit and they can roll under all the guards there.
There you go.
Yeah. Rolled in front of that. Are they shot? No, Brad's
Not
still
shot.
shot back there.
But if I was red, though, I would be worried about that yellow-red combo at some point and can bring those 2 yellows that are in the 12-foot into play. So, yeah, let's...
Getting another red in, though, is a great guard.
Yeah, this is a key shot here by Auntie. Let's see if our... The weight doesn't look bad. It needs to go. It's over curling a little bit. A little light on the handle. Not all bad.
Nope. Having
Now,
another guard there. Let's see what...
Yeah, Colorado's looking at it. They know there's a lonely red out there.
Yeah. Looks like that could be a jam there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Although you'd probably be left with yellow. Even if red jams in the back,
right.
You're left with yellowish shot.
Yeah. Okay.
working it.
Yeah. Start the car.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little cheeky. So able to nudge that over to be shot rock undercover. Yeah, this is good. Let's see if Auntie can make that adjustment. Maybe just a little bit more handle. The weight wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's enough ice though for
To
Auntie's
get
delivery.
around that red. Yeah.
Like I'd almost give you like another half a foot.
Yeah.
Foot maybe.
Yep.
Ooh, this one's a little bit stronger.
Yeah, I think he has the weight, just whether they can sweep it on by that top guard. Looks like all by, oh, nope, didn't do it.
Don't they know we're trying to commentate here? They should throw the rock and move to the left. Right?
Exactly, so we can see what's going on.
Okay. It does change up the, it makes that yellow accessible, but of course that red's going to create the jam. So it looks like Colorado's just going to come down to it. Indicates a little wide.
Colorado wants to score their deuce if they can.
Yeah.
But again, just scoring one keeps the distance between them. Denver and Colorado the same.
Yeah, great shot.
Yeah.
Probably sitting third shot. Probably that red rock is number 2 based on the overhead.
Yeah, Josh has been making some really great shots this game.
Yeah, I think he's trying to snooker everybody with his quote unquote tummy ache.
Yeah,
he's throwing pretty good. He's throwing pretty good. Yeah. All right, so the skipper here's got a good opportunity to this is a tough one.
This is a tricky shot.
Yeah, she doesn't want to go for the double because then that's her red's up the door.
Red. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd almost be looking to maybe promote that red that's top 12
just
on the right.
Just the tap back.
Yeah, and then kind of roll your shooter and leave your shooter up there.
Yeah. Leave your shooter as a guard.
Yeah. It's coming over. Unless she can hit and roll the shot, but she just needs to just paper that rock and just stick around.
Yeah. That was not a bad outcome.
No.
Kind of put things back where they were to begin with.
Right. It's like, okay, everybody calm down. We're resetting.
Exactly.
That's right. So it looks like they finally finished that end on D. That had to be like
that was a long end.
That was a long end. So
it must have been a lot of thinking.
A lot of thinking, yeah.
It's tied up on B over there.
Well, that's really good.
Turned into a tight game.
Yeah. Looks like, Stevens Point is up 7-1. Sorry, 7-2 on sheet D. After all that, they took 1. Let's get back to our feature here. Looks like they're just trying to draw in. Weight looks pretty good.
They're working it to get every inch. So.
Great.
No, great. Yeah, they're sitting too.
Even the skipper got in there to sweep his own. Very good. So yeah, Colorado State sitting 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm not sure how this helps Denver. If anything, maybe you do an outturn back 8 and try to hit that yellow and roll in behind cover, maybe.
Because this is this her last rock? This is her last rock. One, so, yeah.
Going for the double's dangerous.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
calling it for a little bit of curl. So maybe just set it out a little bit.
I think they spotted the plan B there.
Yeah, just a
Just
little
a
late.
second too late.
Yeah. That's through.
Try to wick on that red.
Yeah, this is going to allow Colorado State to draw for 3 potentially.
Oh, I think they're looking at that.
Oh, maybe tap it out and get for.
I think they were
1,
trying
2,
to
3,
figure
4,
out,
5, 6.
yeah, how they could get a couple more.
It's
Well,
there.
they've got that top red, so they can't get
Oh,
6,
true,
right?
true.
But if he hits it, looks like he ought to be able to get 4 anyway, right? Because that back yellow, I think I think they believe that back yellow outcounts the top red. So here, if they can get that red in the 8-foot out, then they might be counting 4.
Yeah. No. What do you think you would do here, Deb? You're up by 3. If you just draw, because you just threw that shot twice now.
You'd also end up with, well, you'd end up with 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this and I've been in this situation where you're like, 4 would be great, and then I end up messing it up,
right?
and only getting 1 out of the deal. Yeah. This is a big shot. If he makes it, great.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, either way, 3 or 4 puts the game out of reach, really, for Denver with 2 ends to go.
So they're going to get their deuce.
They'll get 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess at that point, no harm, no foul.
Right.
Kind of, 0 sum. So it's a 7-2 after 5.
It'll be 6. I think that was the 6th end.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 7-2 after 6. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. You are right. Yeah, tied up on B, 7-2. On sheet D. While we're waiting for the shots to happen, a little fun thing we're doing here at 3:30 after this event, we're filming a commercial. We've got a guy coming in from California, and he's bringing a Dutch oven, and we're doing a Dutch oven as the rock, and they're sweeping, and then the Dutch oven gets to the button, and
fun,
and it's kind of along those Olympic theme type deals. So,
fun.
So
that's excellent.
Yeah.
But, the other thing that's happening is my team has a makeup game.
Oh, very good.
So,
I gotta do a makeup game myself one of these days. But yeah. All right. So Colorado State's up a bit, so we can see them go into the house. They don't need any guards, so probably in or through would be the call. And I guess the winner of this match that we're watching, this is a regional qualifier, and so the winner will be playing in Schenectady, New York, March 12th at the Collegiate Curling Nationals. So a lot on the line for this weekend, in this game here. So, all right. So we've got the hammer. I'd love to see a guard. I suspect it's a freeze.
That looks like a freeze to me, yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much ice for a corner.
Yeah.
Corner guard.
Well, unless you're in like Denver Curling Club, then it's close.
Yeah. They have a lot more swing than we do.
Swing, yeah. All right. So not a lot of handle here, so this might end up being a really good guard.
I'll tell you, I've had the opportunity to play on ice that Sean Olson, the USA Curling chief technician worked, and that would be the ice for a corner guard there too.
Yeah.
Pretty playing on his ice is a real pleasure.
Yeah. Looks like they're trying to go around. Again, it's
That ended up being a good corner.
that's perfect.
As it turned out.
Absolutely perfect. Yeah.
Perfectly placed.
This one looked like it picked. It's got very little handle. I think the shooter thinks it picked as well.
Yeah. Yep. Made the corner even a little bit better.
Yeah, I'd pull. After the end of this, I'd pull that rock up and see if there's a 3-foot long blonde hair under that rock. So we got a staggered guard situation up top. So let's see who can get to the top 8 behind those that red-yellow combination. This looks a little light.
Catherine's putting a lot of strokes on it to get it down there.
Let's see if we can get around there.
Nice.
I wouldn't have thought that would have gone through. Well, back 12.
Yeah,
it didn't look like it had the.
It looked okay.
All that sweeping.
Yep.
There we go. Well, that's okay. That's one of the 2 she needs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's under those corners, so
it's not going anywhere yet.
Not yet.
Looks like a good rock. Looks like what did you say? The sweepers are shepherding it in.
Yes. Yep. Nice guard on their rock.
Yeah. Now, if you want to do a freeze. Yep.
Clear that
Or
center guard.
Yeah.
Up. Looks like they're going for the draw.
Yeah. Certainly seems. Teams almost have like a DNA, right? Are you aggressive? Are you defensive?
Right.
You take a few different curling camps. They tell you got to be a little bit of both, and at the right time, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it certainly looks like CU is all aggressive.
Yes.
Whereas Denver is all conservative defensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want that. It would be nice for that rock to be shot right now.
Right.
But this end's getting a little messy up front.
It must be, I bet the ice is slowing down. Here we're in the 7th end, and they've been sweeping quite a lot, so breaking the pebble down a little bit.
Good point.
All the sheets are still playing, so that's good.
That's really good. Yeah, you don't have the change in air temperature to kind of get things to stiffen up a little bit. It looks like on sheet D they don't want to. Everybody's loving the south side of the sheet, and nobody wants anything on the right side of the sheet, the north side.
You have to wonder what's going on over there.
Does anybody know how to throw an out turn on sheet D? Yeah, here we go. Nice shot by CU coming around the corner. Got that to be
Very
just
nice.
biting the button. So you can be a little aggressive here. I think that over the head motion is probably takeout or.
Yeah, pretty heavy, big peel.
Yeah. It's not a bad rock. I think it's really good. Get around there.
Oh, got it around. Nice. Really good.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent.
They're not shot, but they're second.
Yeah, I gotta. I haven't been scoring, the players' percentages this game, but I'd have to think Catherine's probably up there, shooting 80%, 85%?
Something up there, yeah.
Pretty good.
She's made a number of shots here.
Yeah. So here, if you're Colorado State, getting to the low side, just the left-hand side of the rock as we're looking at it, and rolling to the center would be great. Looks
Be
like it's going to
tight around
overcurl.
tight around that guard.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got it.
Yeah, the straight draw works just as good.
Yep.
Yeah, ends up back button. Does allow Denver the opportunity to come draw in and sit right on it. This is going to be a crucial shot here for Monty.
Denver can basically do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Use their red rock to tick over.
Yeah, follow him in. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see if the Finnish flash can do that. That's what that's the nickname they gave Timu Solani from Winnipeg Jets.
Oh.
Back in the day, it was from Finnish flash. Here we go. Big shot coming up from Denver. This is probably a game changer in this end if they can make it. You can afford to be heavy. Needs to come over about a foot. It's working.
They're working on it.
Chip off your red. So close.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Not quite there. I think yellow is shot and red is second.
Yeah.
Looks like yellow is closer to the tee behind it.
You know, and as I just, on the heels of me saying, you know, Colorado State's been pretty aggressive, this is the first time they've called a guard.
Yes, I think that might be
All
right.
game.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Wow. That's good. I think you still have the. No, but you can do the raise. You can do the yellow. You never want to use an opponent's stone for the raise, but
But that's
all you kind of got, right?
That's all she has right now. Unless she can get
Right.
a little inside off of it.
Yeah.
Inside hit off of
That'd
it.
be okay too. Or, you know, since she's got the hammer, just sort of hit and roll.
Yeah.
Would be fine too. Kind of
Just
make
make sure she doesn't jam back there. Well, I mean, even if she actually jamming on the red is a great shot.
Right.
It just unfortunately leaves your rock vulnerable.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, at this end, scoreboard, you got to play the risky shots, right?
Yes.
You got to kind of go all in on this. Get it around.
Just
there.
got it around. Really great. Nice little.
Yeah.
Remove that guard, so hopefully keep it open for her to do something to convert that second shot into the first shot.
Right.
I think that's Brendan's first rock on the way. Throw in another guard. This one's going to be a little bit higher. Well-positioned guard.
Absolutely. This is tough sledding for Denver.
Looks like Denver has a conference coming.
Yeah, I do angle raise that red. That's kind of in line with the HQ.
You know, they don't have any easy shots, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
And Colorado has them in a tough spot here.
And it looks like on sheet D, they're thinking about what to do, and it looks like it might be close to handshakes. There's a bit of a conference there. I'm not sure who scored. Well, I don't know. They haven't thrown up the score.
No score showing yet.
But they did finish 6, and you said they have to play 6 in this
They
competition.
have to play 6.
The way they're all sitting around talking, it's either they're going to. And there's handshakes.
Handshakes, there they go.
I love that part of the game. Whether you're way up or way down, you start with a handshake, you end with a handshake. So good on them.
And then the winning team buys the second team drinks.
Yes. Which in this case might be a Gatorade.
It might be a Gatorade or a Coke.
Right. Right. And it looks like it's congratulations to
Denver?
Stevens Point.
Stevens Point. That's right.
Yeah,
Stevens
it takes it 7-3 over Denver. And over on our sheet, of course, they're wondering if they can airlift or Angry Bird or rock in, use a ramp of some sorts
to jump a rock over.
Well, there's enough PhDs out there; they should be able to figure it out.
Well, PhDs are all over on Colorado's team. I think.
Well, I'm sure they wouldn't mind penciling that out on the whiteboard. Yeah, let's see here. All right. Well, for the folks at home, you paid for a whole seat, but you're only going to need the front half of it on this shot. It's going to be a exciting shot. They are going to try.
Do that angle raise.
Yeah, that's really all they've got. They got to hit as much as they can see.
Mm-hmm.
Hit as much as they can see and angle raise that into the pot probably just for one. But we'll have to see here, because this is in the 7th end, whether or not they throw them back or they shake. Not sure when everybody's flights are, but they may want to go sit outside and just
enjoy, soak up the sun while they can.
Looks like this one's over curling just a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Looks like they're in the yellow rock.
Yeah, it'd be a steal of one for Colorado State, taking us to 8-2 after 7. And we'll see what happens here. It's going to take 12 minutes to clean all those rocks out.
That's a lot of rocks in play.
A lot of rocks, yeah.
I think there's only 2 rocks in the box right. In the back.
Right. Oh, we got one more rock coming from Colorado State.
Rock, yeah.
I would be throwing that right in the bush.
Yeah. Well, we actually have 1 rock each. So these are the last gets rock for each of them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was
you and I were trying to finish the end early.
Well, so what is he going to try to...
I think he's just trying to throw a guard, maybe guard that shot or draw another one down. So
maybe he's going to do the Nicholas Adine 72 spin.
Try to get right in there on the button.
Yeah, have it turn in. Yeah, let's see here. Well, it's also a nice tradition. The teams came off the sheet from sheet D, and everybody in the warm room was clapping because they were treated to a pretty good game, and it's all about sportsmanship. So, so I think you're right, Deb. They're trying to do a guard.
Take away that raise, since that was the shot that's kind of the only shot the other team had. So. Try to take that away.
It's over curled a little bit, so we get to see it again.
Yeah.
Wash, rinse, repeat. You just threw it. Shouldn't be too much discussion. Just throw a nice, probably control weight, 10-5. Hit as much as you can.
It's a pretty messy house over there on C as B as well. So B and C both have quite a lot of rocks in play.
It's still tied. So who shot over on B? Looks like red.
Yeah.
So Minnesota's sitting 1. We'll have to see what happens there, but looks like they're having a small discussion again to see if anything's changed. Like, nope. Here you go, skipper.
Like, there's no way in the next couple of weeks. Either UNO or UN. Either UNL or UNO would have to, if you include the point from this year, they would have to, and then we all
Okay.
have to enroll. So I think we're pretty like we're gonna get the top point spot.
That knowing little grin from the skipper, knowing it's a low percentage but fun shot. Yeah, you don't get to practice these at practice very often.
No. We sometimes look for those during the game when it's like, well, what else can? I mean, there's you
Right.
can't really hurt, so
Right.
let's just do something that's crazy and fun.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Need to be on it for line.
Yeah, I might just catch that yellow.
Yeah, it looks like they might have just caught it. Yep, just caught the yellow.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's too bad.
it is too bad. So
Steal of one.
Yeah. So 8-2. We'll see if we are throwing them back or we walking them back. Big decisions here. Skip's kind of hanging back. Wanting to talk to the team. Colorado's quick to put that up on the board.
Just to kind of press the point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're not rubbing it in. We're just reminding you.
Yeah, that's right. They've
Looks
come
like
this
they're going to
way.
go one more end.
Yeah, you've come this far.
You get to play on arena ice.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
A lot of the arena teams in our area will come here to play, so they can have some time on
Good ice.
good ice.
Yeah.
I know they do that in Vegas too. A lot of teams travel, arena teams travel to Vegas so that they can practice on dedicated ice. So.
Okay. Well, we'll see here. Oh, this is also interesting too. Colorado's throwing an intern. They haven't thrown very many of these.
Nope.
Not many of these.
I'm a little surprised at how many outturns we've actually seen.
Yeah, so this is, considering, your comment earlier where the interns are, everyone's a little bit more favorite. So, yeah, this is good throw. Remember I played a guy one time and I was way up and I threw the rock through and he yelled at me for probably 4 minutes about how rude I was. And I'm like, buddy, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just don't want to give you a guard.
This is how you play the game.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you a guard. I don't want to give you something to back into.
Yeah. He was pretty upset. So we did change the strategy in the I think that was like the first and the second end. We changed it up and we took another 4 on him. So.
Oh.
So we would. Good line. Would love that to be a guard, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice delivery. And again, at this point, it's just math. It's just math, right?
Yes.
It's just run them out of rocks. They got.
Yeah. My guess is they'll play a full end.
Yeah. Might as well. You got to get them back down here.
Yeah. Looks like a nice hit.
Yeah.
By Ross.
Very nice.
And Thomas getting ready to throw his second rock.
Yeah. Again, looking for the freeze. And even if you came around, then you played sort of the delayed corner and you just got to go around the back just to hide, would be a good... Let's get it around. Let's stick around.
Yep, sticks around in the back.
Yeah, I think all day he's been a little bit heavy on most of his rocks, huh?
Yeah. Gives you something to work on when you get back.
Yeah, yeah. And it does force, Colorado's going for it because, again,
Yes,
there's
they don't want any of those rocks in
no
play.
red is bad.
So they're rocks they may have ignored earlier in the game. They're not going to ignore now. Curling it.
Yeah, I don't know why they were doing that, but okay, it changes the complexion a little bit. Decision time: do you go around or freeze?
See if they can come under, freeze.
Yeah.
A freeze would be a nice outcome here.
Sure. I'd almost like to see maybe at this point a little, just half, tuck it under half under that yellow.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it might be a touch heavy. The sweepers aren't touching it at all.
No, here it comes though. It's
there
coming
they
over.
are. There they go.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Not bad. It does give Colorado a little interesting. Interesting that they're going for that back one. I wonder if as a skip, you always, I don't want to say always, but it's always, I said it again. Normally it's a good idea to give your shooter the same shot again.
Right.
So because they learn from it. So maybe that's what they're doing here, you think? Because he gave him the out turn the first time.
And now he gave him the in turn.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Lose that. If he loses that back rock, he doesn't need it around. Just gives
go.
red something to freeze to.
That's why we call that second stone the redemption rock. Make up for
he might also have been looking at, if he were to try to peel that top red guard, that he'd lose his shooter, but he doesn't need it. So, or he not his shooter, but he'd lose the shot rock.
Sure.
But he doesn't really need it. Up by 7 or 6, it's unlikely that they're gonna.
This one's got to get around, or at least touching something over there.
Yeah, get a freeze on that back yellow. That would be a nice outcome. Nope, just tick the guard.
Where's the fire? Okay.
So it looks like both of our finals are playing 8 ends.
Oh, there we go. What did ooh.
Yeah, it looks like
we got a big update now. It went from like 5-5 to 8-7.
Right. And so red is up by 1 with hammer coming home on sheet B.
Yeah, Wisconsin-Madison has the hammer down 1 in the 8th. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Some teams actually play for that result, right?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. They did some math. The congratulations to the Colorado State. They are going on to Schenectady. They played a fine game here today.
They did.
I'd like to thank everybody watching on the online on our YouTube station. If you haven't got your Bonspiel schedule figured out yet, we do have coming up the spring training Bonspiel on February 27. We've got the Donna Perky in March. We've got our Desert Ice in April, and we've got our Hotter Than Hell in July. Everything you can stay in Scottsdale for $20. It's so cheap because everybody's out of town and it's 120 degrees. But on behalf of the Coyote Curling Club, Deb, it's been a pleasure calling the game with you.
Yes, I've enjoyed it. It's been fun.
Yes. You have Deb Aubrey, Daryl Horseman coming to you from Coyote Curling Club in Tempe, Arizona. Good curling. We'll see you next time.